G'day. It's your boy Danny D, aka Alaktrician Man, back after 2 weeks away in the house, and I got some awesome guests with me today. Zakilla, obviously, Zach, he's been on here many times. Brandon needs no real introduction because, man, he's been with me here since like day one.
Hello.
And we have a new boy in the Alak-Azul house, which is Matt, Epic DeFi Nomads, and he's going to talk about some awesome stuff today. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Good.
Rock
I'm
and
a
roll.
little tired. Just got off a 2-hour stream with Johnny Fawcett and the DeFi Diva, but took a little break, got some food, watched a little Formula One on Netflix. That was cool.
Awesome.
And ready to go.
Awesome.
Recharge the batteries. Your studio looks different. It looks like more polished and
my background, my proper studio here, or this whole screen?
Well, that too, but I'm talking about your actual physical studio there. It looks like it's cleaned up and rearranged.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah. I've been making adjustments and stuff like that. I've been testing out a few different things, going with different colors. I've been researching what colors give people the best moods, So teal seems to be the thing. And a little bit of highlight here and there, and adjusted the camera and
screwing up the program with the lame white walls and
man, it's all good.
Because me sitting in a shed right now is just really better by comparison.
Okay. You got me
rustic
there.
look. I like it.
And
sure, we'll go
and also the new thing, Brandon, I told you about this the other day. I'm testing out a new thing. Well, this is it. This is Talk Studio by Streamlabs. And the good thing about it is that I can set up everything on Streamlabs and actually import that in as like a virtual cam. So like seamlessly. So for example, you can see my screen there. And if I go over to the overhead cam, it's awesome, right? It just goes smooth, super smooth. So it's working well, testing it out. This is the first one we've done on this platform, obviously. So there you go.
Like
let's quickly go to the chats and then I'll come back to you guys and you can
creep in over me. Like, what's this going on over here? What is that?
Yeah. Well, there's a couple of options too. Like we can actually, I don't know. There's a few different settings and stuff here that I can do. This makes us all this way.
Well, that's too close.
Well, I do this.
That's too far away.
I'm getting sick.
Yeah, I think back to this is probably the better.
Yeah, I know.
Better thing to do. So quickly let's go over to the chats here and say good day to some people. Actually, Tony Morrow. Woo! Why is this saying click to update? Let's do this. But anyway, welcome back again as always. Nelly, Drip Prodigy, I sent you a link if you want to join us later on, mate. Good to see you here as well. Alak-Azul, Westside Ian. Zach is here and there and disappeared. He'll be back. Killis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Killis. Welcome again. I've seen you around. Awesome. Thank you for being here. LCM, as always. Prodigy there again. Stephen Riley, always here to watch us. So big welcome again. And thank you for joining the stream. There you go. All right. So both of you, there's like so much been happening. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. So I guess I'll say what's happened with me. And then we'll talk about all your projects and things. Basically, I haven't been on for a couple of weeks. First week was technical issues as well as being sick. And then last week I was just like super sick. Man, I was coughing up. I was losing my voice. I was trying to do audio tests and it was just breaking up. I just couldn't do anything about it. It's going around, man. My kids didn't go to school for like a week and a half because of it. And it knocked me out for almost 2 weeks. So, that, and then on top of that, I got woken up in the middle of the night by my son going, "Oh, Dad, you got to help me." And he spilled a glass of water on this, right in the middle of the night. And my wife picked it up like that, and there was water dripping out of it.
Yeah, the hair, get out the hair dryer.
Yeah, so I had to open the whole thing up and then like remove it all
Put
and
it,
set it
put
all
it
up.
in a bag of rice. Yeah.
Yeah,
soak it up,
well,
yeah.
I got a big rice dispenser, so I did, but I had to like, use a blow dryer, and I've got a hot air blower and all that kind of stuff. So
Does it work? The question is.
it works now.
Oh, well.
But seriously, I looked at it. She's holding it up like that, and there's water's just dripping out of it. I'm going, oh shit! And I had to get up in the middle of the night to do that. Otherwise, if I left it overnight, it probably would have damaged it. So there you go. Anyway, so that's my reason that I haven't been here. And before we go any further, I'm going to quickly do one of these because I haven't had a drink for 2 weeks.
Oh,
How awesome is that?
got the shakes.
So, Alak-Azul. Alak-Azul. Thank you. There you go. Matt, first time on here.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
You.
Thanks for reaching out, man.
That's all right.
That's the thing about the community. Like, we see people, but a lot of times, like, we know of them, or we know who they are, but we don't interact a lot, because there's just so much going on. And so when you message me, I was like, at first, I'm like, when you get a DM, it's like,
Who's this? Yeah.
Who's this person?
A lot of people get
As long as he didn't start the DMs with "Hi."
Yeah. Hi. And all spelling errors.
Hi, dear.
You just got to
Hi,
spell
dear.
it.
Hi, dear. I was wondering if we could talk about ideas.
Yes. I've got a lucrative idea for you.
Yeah. So there you go. So it was great for you to reach out, man. I appreciate that. And we've had a bit of a back and forth talk over the last day, and it's great to get to know you a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah. So, awesome stuff. So, man, tell us a little bit about you for the viewers out there that don't know you yet. Okay. I'm sure most of them probably will, but just tell us a little bit about you, like how you got into this space, and and then we'll
easy. Yeah, thanks. Intro, just drip maxi, like most of us out there. Got into the drip, got into DeFi, and found the gas hack. So I'm the gas hack guy. Now we've got Rabby wallet, but everyone uses Rabby.
Hey.
Rabby.
awesome.
Use Rabby. Make sure you use Rabby.
Yes.
Yeah, so found that gas hack, and that's got like 6,000 plus views on it. I'm like, wow. So I replay it, and I said Giwi instead of Gway. Now I know it's Gway. That was pretty embarrassing, but yeah, that got a lot of traction. And then from there, just known as a gas hack guy, and just trying to bring things to YouTube that help people. So just bringing value. It's not enough anymore, but just bringing people something they can do to help their life a lot more on DeFi. And just obviously recently decided to make my own project. I'm not going to shill it too much. You'll probably see a lot of videos coming out, AMAs and whatnot. Just building a project. I'll just give it a little bit of a scope. It's based off a reflection token, so everyone knows elephant money. There's heaps of reflection tokens that have come out. It's solely based on that, and that just branches out. So it's like anything, right? Let's go back. The main reason I was watching YouTube, as everyone does, love YouTube. I watch it I don't watch it, but I listen to it while I drive to work. Normally Stunner Breezy, bit of you, DeFi Guide, just the live streams, love it. Just driving to work. It's just better than listening to the radio with whatever they put on the radio these days. Just getting in with the vibe of the community and just getting information back and forth from people that are far better than me on YouTube, let's face it. But I watched one video and it said, why build a project? This is just giving you understanding why I did it. Why build a project and start from ground zero when you know it's going to fail? Hey, some are successful, but just grabbing that reflection token, someone's got some good base to it, and just building off that and just branching off and then making it your own, just like a car company would copy another car company for say, and then make it better. Not saying it's going to be better, as I already spoke to you before we started the stream. Denny, I said that there's going to be partnerships, and you don't want to keep making different projects everywhere. And everyone, as in the live stream earlier, you can relate, DeFi Guide, that you don't want to be chopping to the next, what's the next best thing? Oh, it's rugged. All right, let's move over here. Oh, no, that's rugged as well. Just working in the space together, stronger, and just having that community basis, and trust is a big one as well. Yeah, so it's XFUZION Finance. You can check it out. Yeah. It's launching on the 29th of October at 11:20.
I'll put that up on the banner up there. XFUZION Finance. So you guys check that one out.
There you go.
Research, not financial advice.
Absolutely.
I just have to say that you, even whilst you're still, I'm assuming you're working like a full-time job. So even with that and everything else that's going on, you actually took the initiative to completely build something. That's kudos to you for doing that. I mean, I've been in this space for 2.5 years now, and I haven't done that. So there's always there's an advantage to being a founder, you know, like Richard Hart would say, you know, who makes the money? Who makes the money? It's the exchanges and the founders, you know, for the most part. So kudos to you.
Thanks, Brendan. But I've got no reputation. I've got to build that up. So I get that part as well. But appreciate that, Brendan.
Man,
that'll come, you know, as people learn and, you know, see your face and know you're not going anywhere. And then the more weeks and months that you rack up with the protocol, you know, performing the way it's supposed to perform and not going anywhere, not getting exploited, all that good stuff, you know, the reputation will come with time.
100%.
Yeah. The dev world's a crazy world, man. Believe me, I know.
But both of you guys, I'm the odd man out here that hasn't developed anything.
But you could.
but you could, and I believe that's coming. Right?
I thought about it this morning, actually. If you did, you'd have that basis there, the community, the support. But
absolutely. You know, and man, you know, anything that you do, Brandon, man, I'm going to be standing behind you, bro. You know, we go way back, as everyone knows. Brandon and I, we've been here for a long time.
We're the OGs of drip live streamers.
Yeah, man. And I took a break. For like 1.5 years.
Yes, you abandoned me.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry.
I myself to sleep every night.
But you know, that's reality. We need that time out for ourselves from time to time. You know, especially like, again, for me, for the past few weeks, as you know, I've been doing like the drip potluck stuff, and then now I'm working on a few other projects, finally starting to make a little bit more progress on my Alak-Azul stuff as well. I've had to change that up a little bit. A lot of time and effort goes into it, and you know, this past couple of weeks it's been hectic, but I've also, you know, found days that I've gone, you know what, guys, I'm out for the day. I'm done for the day. You're not going to be able to contact me. I'm just going to sit in the garden with the guitar and have some Alak-Azuls, and you know, the rest can wait for tomorrow. And I think that attitude, I know everyone's racing against the clock. Everyone wants to put things out so we can benefit, like drip and things like that, you know. But something that the pandemic taught me, okay, which is weird because it taught me it, but I'm only really implementing it over the last few months. Something it taught me is that things can actually wait. Right? Things can actually wait. There's no major urgency that you have to do something. You have to put it out today. You know what I mean? Although there is that pressure, but you know, like when I had my other businesses and stuff like that, and during the pandemic, it was like, oh, you know, I was working like 18 to 20 hours a day at times, you know, 3 hours, 4 hours sleep, because I was trying to do things to please somebody else. And that was all what it was about. And then when the pandemic hit, it was like you had no choice but to sit back. And everything still worked. Everything, like the wheels kept turning regardless. You know, initially it was a difficult thing to do, but it made you realize that, hey man, no, take some time out for you and your family, right? Everyone's already stressed anyway because of the pandemic. Don't add to it by like trying to do shit for other people. You know,
some people are still on holiday from the pandemic.
Yeah,
I wish I was.
A lot of people haven't gone back to work yet. We're you know, 3 years into it, but some people are still just like, trying to hang out at home. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. That we we invent a lot of that pressure and kind of pile it onto ourselves just falsely. It's I get what you're saying. Sometimes,
Absolutely.
The saying, stop and smell the roses. So it's kind of like that. You have to take some time out for quality of life and not put too much pressure on yourself. You're going to survive. You're alive. You're healthy. Hopefully you're healthy. You're not, you're not on your deathbed anyway. So just
that's it.
reduce
It's
some
like
of
if
that
you
pressure that you put on yourself.
a lot of times when you put that pressure on yourself like that, you're actually not working at 100% efficiency anyway. You think you are, but you're not.
Yeah.
And you tend to like lose things, and sometimes things actually take longer if you don't take that break away for yourself.
Fresh lenses.
So,
that's it. Yep.
Yeah, little bits and pieces.
I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you guys later.
Come back.
Ooh, I feel better.
That was
Batteries
clickbait.
recharged.
Clickbait.
Brandon. Yeah. So Brandon, drip poker.
Yes.
Give us a little bit of an insight into that, and then we'll go into it a little bit more later on. And Matt, also with yours, we'll go into expand on that a little bit more later on. But yeah, drip poker,
Sure.
Man, how's it been going?
Well, we've got 2 tournaments under our belt. So we did a tournament at 7 p.m. on Friday night, and we did another tournament today at noon. Yep. Fun fact, during the voice chat in the Forex DAO on Friday night, Forex himself actually expressed some interest. He was like, that's awesome that you guys are doing that. And he was like, I want to play. He's got a very, very busy schedule, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm fingers crossed we'll get him into one of these tournaments. We're going to run another tournament tomorrow night. Now, as far as the idea and the concept, I can't take credit for it at all, other than the fact that, I've built up somewhat of a reputation and a level of trust within the community, with the YouTube channel and everything else. And so one of my members, I guess you could say, one of Team Drip Guide members in my chat just DM'd me and said, hey, what if we did drip poker now instead of waiting for Forex or somebody else to develop an entire protocol with the smart contracts and the UI and the verified random function calls and all the other intricacies. Why don't we just get started now? We'll just do everything kind of manually. So there are a multitude of apps that anybody can load on their smartphone for free and play poker online. And so he said, he told me that he'd been playing online poker a lot with an app called Poker 2. I hesitate on the R because it's literally POKERRRR2, Poker 2. He's like, yeah, I've been playing poker on this app for a long, long time. We have like a group of guys. We get together multiple nights a week. Danny, your screen is frozen. I'm not sure what's going on your side, but you're stuck
man,
like this.
Matt, am I frozen?
Not on mine, no.
You're like this.
That's your internet, bro. Yours is choppy, actually.
Is it on my end?
Yeah, yours is like a little bit laggy.
Oh, well, Matt can be the equalizer. Are you hearing me okay, Matt, or am I chopping up?
So it's
we can hear you.
It's 500 drip to get in, isn't it? To start.
Yeah. So what we've been doing is, so as far as the money, people are just sending drip tokens to my wallet. I set up a special wallet just for the drip poker vault. And so far, the couple of tournaments that we've run, it's 500 drip is the buy-in for the tournament. There you guys go. Now I can see both. So 500 drip for the buy-in, and we also do like a rebuy function, although no one has had to rebuy into the tournament as of yet. But
knocked out,
so people just send the drip to my wallet, and I have a nice Google spreadsheet that I'm keeping track of everybody's balance, and I take care of awarding, the prizes. Last night's tournament was 9 people, including myself and Doug. And today's tournament was 10 people. So it's a small tournament so far, but it's gathering steam. And so, yeah, we just play poker on the app. Everybody pops up their smartphone, brings up the app, and there's a special Drip Poker Club within the app. You need a special little code to join the club, and then everything is free. So everybody we just play out the poker tournament. Doug gets everything configured as far as the 8-minute blinds and how many starting chips everybody gets, and some other settings for the poker tournament. We play it out, and the app gives us the leaderboard. Everybody gets eventually bumped out of the tournament except for the last man standing or woman. And then I just pay out the prizes. So far it's been small. It's been first place gets 70% of the pot. There's no rate. There's no tournament fee. I sent a couple bucks worth of B&B to my wallet, so I'd be able to, send the drip back to whoever won. So it's a lot of fun, and we just kind of took the bull by the horns. Got tired of waiting. We all want to play some poker. We want another small utility for our drip tokens. So it's been going great so far.
Good. So if anyone's interested in that, I've got it. The Telegram is scrolling along the top of the screen there.
I'll put it in the chat as well.
Yep, awesome. And so reach out to Brandon and get involved in that. To be honest with you, man, I've never been a poker guy. Right?
Man.
I mean, I play on machines, poker machines.
You're exactly the kind of player that we need then. Send in your buy-in.
In there.
500 drip. It's $10, man. Come on.
It's good playing with family.
All right. I'll give it a whirl this week. But I've never, I've got some friends that just play poker all the time. All the time. Every Friday night they've got this their own poker tournaments and stuff like that. And they don't want to invest in crypto, but they'll go in.
It's kind of like having a home game with your buddies. Although, we only know each other because we're all on Telegram and we're all investors in drip, right? But other than that, it's just some people getting together, playing a little poker, a little friendly game of poker as far as a tournament. And, it's cheap. It's entertaining.
Well, we'll have to try that one out, I think. So, I'll definitely look into it. And just, if anything, just to support you. So, poker itself, man. I've never really been a gambler, which sounds funny because we've done drip pot luck, right? But I've never really been one. My brother has, and I play a little bit here and there, but when you start talking about blinds and this and that, I got no idea what that is. Right? I got no idea what any of that is. I don't know. I guess I'll have to learn it because I'm as of November, we'll still have my Alak-Azul show on Sundays like this, your Saturdays, but I'm also going to add another 2 or 3 shows during the week, and they're going to be different things. Like obviously we talk about music and stuff on my show as well, so we're going to be doing a music show, Alak-Azul Music.
Yeah, nice.
Another business one, which is just like general business opportunities and stuff like that and lifestyles. And then I'm also going to be having the Alak-Azul Show Man Cave. So just for the boys to get in there and, talk about whatever. We can have a joke of the day. We can talk about tools and, cars and bikes and whatever, so that'll be the Man Cave show that's coming. Hey, we could have a segment on the poker on the Man Cave show. That could be cool.
Yeah, I actually streamed my phone screen today so people could watch. Nope, not very many people logged in, but that's okay. It's just thought it would be fun. And that sometimes it helps to change up your content a little bit on the YouTube channel, and just add something here and there. Can't hurt, you might grab a few more subscribers. And man, with the way everything is going with Drip and ArcFi and even the Animal Farm tokens, everything's going down, So I don't know about you guys, but I've been dropping subscribers. Never quite got above the 12,000 number. And lately it's been, a couple of people dropping off every now and then.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers yet. right? But again, I
Go
took
and
a year and a
subscribe
half
right
off.
now. Go and subscribe.
Thank
Press
you.
the button. It's down there.
Do it. Like, subscribe, and smash that like button. But yeah, I noticed that as well, and that's why I thought, well, again, I'm only doing one live stream a week, you know, compared to when I first started. I was doing other videos and things like that, but I'm only doing one live stream a week. So I've looked at it and I've gone, you know what, that's not really utilizing the channel the best that I could, you know. And so yeah, I'm going to do, you know, 2 or 3 lives a week, and then because I'm into all the music stuff and I've got all these gadgets and things like that here, I'm also looking at affiliate marketing. I actually got a few approved already, so you know, I'll be talking about certain equipment that I use and things like that, and I'll just be doing like quick 10-minute videos and etc., and then obviously put the affiliate links in. So yeah, just taking that direction, just adding new content, getting new subscribers. Subscribers may come in for other things, but then they'll see my crypto stuff, and that can bring on board new people as well into our crypto space, you know. So yes, shout out to Foodtopian project. Yeah. So Cryptopian, Driptopian, Lee, I'm still trying to, you know, tie in a time with him because he's obviously on UK time. And so my times I'm doing my streams, he's off with the fairies already, you know, he's counting sheep or something.
Yeah,
so,
it couldn't be more opposite.
Yeah.
Literally opposite sides of the planet.
Okay, this is this is funny. Again, I've got Streamlabs widgets running in the background. So Keyless, please refrain sending long messages. It's a bot that just happens.
I saw that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's good. You got to check it out, man. Like obviously, like with your thing, I don't know if you're monetizing your channel, right? Other than just your normal, you know, you viewing things. But since I've switched to this, I've got to learn how to add in all the widgets and stuff. But it allows you to use the Streamlabs widgets in this, so you can actually use Super Chat. You can get all your tips and all of that kind of stuff, and you can use it within Talk Studio. So interesting. I'm playing around with it, but more than anything, it was actually just a saving. Like going from StreamYard, where it was just like this kind of an environment, to and that was like $50 a month, I think we're paying for pro on that, or business or pro on StreamYard. Now on Streamlabs for $20, I get this. I get access to all the templates. I get access to like a video editor, a thumbnail maker, like a Click Studio, so you can take these videos and make clips with it as well to make your YouTube shorts, etc. All of it for $19.99 or something a month. Cheap, you know.
That's pretty good.
So anyone out there that's thinking of doing a channel, or if you already have a channel, look into it. Streamlabs Ultra. The only downside to it, Brandon, and you'll want to know this one, the only two downsides. One is they don't have a giveaway tool built in like they do on StreamYard. You know, we do the hashtags.
That's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Unless I could, man, I'm so poor right now. I'm thinking I should freaking stop the giveaways, but at the same time, it's like that's not going to make a difference. You know, freaking $20 a stream is not gonna make or break my finances. So I'll continue to do it. Hopefully, you know, I really want to. I've always wanted to have a larger reach than I do, and of course, I'm grateful. It's a lot of it is because of Forex and putting my original drip tutorial video, which I need to take that down now because Faucet doesn't work that way anymore. But it was him placing my video link as the tutorial on the drip website that's why I blew up. And you know, in winter of 21 and early 2022, the subscribers just went up like crazy. But you know, so I'm grateful for what I have, but I feel like you know, the things that I communicate in my mission and my messaging is really important, not just for, you know, DeFi degens and the rest, but just like for all people, not only, you know, they need to understand the horrible system in which we live and debt-based fiat currency and all of that, but also there's just tremendous opportunity. I mean, life, like everybody always says, it's cliche. Oh, this is a lifetime, an opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity, right? That's the catchphrase. But it's really true. We have such an amazing opportunity right now in crypto, and these, just a few protocols here that could really absolutely just explode in value. And there's such an opportunity. I want to get that message out to so many more people. It's so important.
Yeah, I agree. Initially when things were going down, I've been doing okay for a very long time. And you know that, Brandon. I've been doing, actually more than okay for a very long time. But yeah, you get to a point, obviously now, I pretty much have no drip income. Right?
Yep.
But I've been able to do other things as well. So that's kind of helping keeping me afloat and stuff like that. And initially I was kind of a little bit stressed about things and how long is this going to go on for? And, how much of my savings am I really going to have to dip into to just keep afloat? Luckily, my wife still got her business, so that kind of helps as well. And so I don't have to touch my savings so much. But, you look at it as a whole, and I mean, it's cycles. And we're just in that bottom one at the moment. It's going to be back. Regardless, it's going to come back. It's not going anywhere. We're just in that lull at the moment. It's a bear market. But I'm confident things are going to get better. And you can see in the community, people are just doing stuff. People are literally doing stuff because everyone wants to be prepared for the bull run when it comes again. Now, it just goes to show, did you guys get into, what was that thing? That freaking Ponzi? Global aid?
No.
Not me.
I stayed away from it.
Yeah. But it just shows you what the community's doing, right?
Yeah.
People are looking for something. They're looking for something.
Put up as a Ponzi and they knew it. So
yeah, that's right. As a Ponzi, they knew it, but people were still getting in it.
Yeah, so actually they were talking about that. I say they. It was pretty much like Mr. Big, I guess, on the stream last Saturday on Crypto Unlimited 22 with Johnny Fawcett and DeFi Diva, just a week ago, and they started talking about that, and my thought was, it's just absolutely amazing to me that people still have an appetite for these kind of protocols. And tonight I was actually thinking Ponzi is not actually the right word. The right phrase, I guess, is musical chairs. These protocols are literally like a game of musical chairs, and it's a game, and everybody, not everybody's going to get a seat. Not everybody's going to make a profit in the protocol. As a matter of fact, it's going to be not even zero sum. It's negative sum, because the protocol itself is going to take a little bit, skim a little bit of fat off of the top, right? And so then you're left with all these players of musical chairs. To the extent anybody takes more tokens out of the protocol than they put in, that necessarily means that other people have lost that. Like that's the only source of any profits that you make out of a musical chairs protocol. So it's astonishing to me that there's still an appetite for that, especially now. I understand everything is taking much, much longer than we would all like, but there are real protocols now that are based on, your profits in the protocol are based on a real service or business or, external revenue. So we have ArcFi, which has the external sources of revenue. There's the on-ramp and off-ramp for crypto and fiat. There is going to be very soon the suite of privacy products. That's going to be a very exciting, possibly very lucrative business. And the profits from that funnel into the protocol. That to me is a really sustainable, solid source of profits that I can actually wrap my head around. And it makes sense. These magic money machines, it's just a lie. It's just a game of musical chairs where people are definitely going to lose, guaranteed.
Yeah. I was invited to something to sit in on a Zoom a couple of weeks ago, on another project, and it's MLM. Okay, it was an MLM thing, but it's crypto based, and I was asked to sit in on this thing, and you know, all that hype behind the MLM stuff, like freaking Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I've been in it for 3 weeks and I've made X amount and stuff like that. And it just came across like, dude, I've been around this. I used to have my own MLM company a few years ago, right? So I know all of that. And they're talking about this guy's been in it in 3 weeks and he's had, you know, he's been able to buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. And it's just like, I got off the call and I spoke to the guy that invited me on, and I said, bro, nah, I'm not touching this with like a 10-foot pole, man. I said, I'm a dev. I already know how difficult it is to even try to come up with 1% a day. And here you are talking about giving people bonuses of 20%, 50%, 100%. Like, where's it coming from? Where the hell does that money come? Oh, you know, but you know, the system, it works. And I said, okay, well, do your due diligence and research first the people behind it. And the person behind it has a track history of another 3 projects that already failed, and then they rebranded it and then failed and rebranded it. And this is another one. And you know, they're saying, oh yeah, but that's, you know, businesses fail. And I said, yeah, but they're using the exact same thing every single time. Yeah, but people are making money. Yeah. But, and you know, he says, oh, these guys are like, you know, experts in crypto. I said, really? Are they experts in crypto or are they experts in MLM? There's a big difference. Okay, there's a big difference, because what happens is that you've got the MLM starts, you got all these big players that come in and they're making money, and everyone else underneath suffers for it in the end. Okay, so they can say, oh, we've made money. Then they go and rebrand it and start another one. And those same people are in it again. Exact same people over and over and over and over again, knowing that the people at the bottom are going to get screwed. I won't put my name to anything like that. You know, not saying MLM is bad, because there's right ways to do MLM. Okay. The multi-level marketing in itself is not bad. It's just the shit that people try to do and then bring MLM into it. You know, like referral programs, reward programs, affiliate programs, whatever you want to call them, they work. They definitely work if used in the right way. But yeah, man, this thing, there's this token and it's gone up by X amount over, you know, over the past month or something like that. Yeah, fantastic. But that's because there's those same players putting in that same amount of money, showing people that it's going up, so then they can drag in all the, you know, the other people that know nothing about it. So yeah, pretty crazy.
Green candles. That's it.
Yeah, man. You know, make those green candles happen and get everyone to FOMO in, and you know, you poor suckers at the end. So
I do have to admit that after the conversation, even during the conversation tonight on Crypto Unlimited, I started to feel a little bit of FOMO, to be honest, because they were talking about a couple of different, you know, fresh, hot, new protocols on the base network. And as far as I'm concerned, they're all the same, but it's hard to deny the fact that it's almost like the base network is the Wild West of the Wild West. It's like, we all know what happened in by summer of 2021, and primarily on the Binance Smart Chain. You know, everything was blowing up left and right, and there was money everywhere. And so it's hard not to like want to jump in on these hot new protocols and make a quick buck. But, you know, there's so much potential for any of these or all of these protocols to rug. There's also just moralistically, it doesn't sit great with me that, you know, because I've played that game. Let's be honest. Faucet was a game where there were a lot of people that made a ton of money, you know, myself included. And there were a lot of people that got hurt pretty bad, because it's just the nature of the protocol. The token went up and then it went straight down, and you know, people fumbled in by the top. So it doesn't sit well with me to sort of like take advantage of the newbies and all the money that they're throwing into these musical chair protocols, latest flavor of the day. Because it's hard to resist though, because I know I could make a quick buck, but it's not right. I want DeFi to grow up, and it needs to grow up. If DeFi is going to become like a mainstream sort of a thing, we need to move away from the musical chairs and the Ponzi protocols and move into more realistic, products and services in the financial market.
That's it. Zach, you're sitting there quietly. You got something to add?
Yeah,
I want to hear from you.
The Wild Wild West, right? Is it as they call it? Remember a movie called Tombstone?
Yep.
Yes.
I could be a Huckleberry. Right?
I'll be your Huckleberry.
What happened to those people who said it was a Wild Wild West? In the movie, they didn't make it. Bad guys didn't make it. I'm not saying that whoever says Wild Wild West is a bad guy, but we need to promote more education. We need to get people not like I learned the hard way. I was drugged backwards through a cornfield in crypto trying to learn this. It was not good.
Don't blame me, man.
No, I don't blame. I solely blame you for better education. There's a lot of things that I learned by sitting in just VCs, listening, and you can do your own research, but what's the first step you need to do? Does anybody know what? Like, give me your top 5 things you do when you do your own research. How do you do them? Where do you do them? When do you do them? Like, those are things that are really important, that is all a part of this process that we need to get better at. If you want to see mass adoption come through, we need to be working together. Yes, you can have good competition. You want people, you want the market to go up. Don't drive it up. Don't drive it down by trying to do things cheaper. This is business, right? We're trying to make money. Products and services, like you said, Brandon. If you don't have a business plan going into this stuff, what are you doing? It's like you're just waiting for it to rug. Yeah, I don't know. If you're not providing a solution to a problem, it's just a waste of time to me. And my mind has definitely changed over the past 3-4 years since I've been here. I've seen a lot of things. So that's my input on that. We need to do better because we can.
I mean, hey, Zach, I remember the days, mate, when we were on Zoom calls and you'd be sitting there with that whiteboard or something in the background there and like writing everything out, how to do this, how to do that. And you've come a long way, brother. So hats off to you. Well done. Matt, you want to give us your thoughts and your take on what we've just been talking about in regards to, like, obviously.
Agree with what's been said. Definitely you need, like, what do you need? You need sustainability is a big one. So as Brendan was saying, sustainability, as you were saying as well. Without that, then it's just where it's going to get to a point, right, where it's just going to not be able to pay out anymore. So obviously you do your own research, check the contract. There's a lot of things you can check. There's a lot of, you can check if it's a rug. There's websites out there. Yeah. And 100%. I know from my experience, I'm not touching another node in my lifetime.
Okay.
I'm not going to mention the name, but there was one out there and it hurt pretty bad.
Actually, man, to be honest with you, nodes, there's actually benefit in nodes depending on which one you're going with.
They might be coming back in, but there was one. It's the starts with S. But it just went boom. And I was like, all right. And lucky for me, Drip was there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to put what I have left in risk capital into Drip. And I'm glad I did. So,
okay.
But I still make Drip, but I'm not selling. So,
cool.
We'll see what happens with Drip in the future. Definitely looking forward to it.
Well, now I don't feel bad. Now I don't feel so bad because I never looked into nodes at all. I just loosely heard the term thrown around here and there, but now I don't have to feel bad. Apparently, it's something to avoid.
It's like anything.
It depends. It depends. If it's a protocol that's trying to promote nodes, okay, and it's like doing it as a separate thing and trying to add to it, got
some substance.
It actually takes it away from the main core functionality or more the main core purpose of nodes. Okay. But then there's other ones where you can go directly, nodes directly on the blockchain, and those are actually quite profitable. I'm in a few. I'm not going to talk about it on this one, but we'll do another show where we'll talk about nodes, and I'll show you the stuff that we're doing, and there is some profit to be made. It's a totally different mindset. If someone's just been on the ROI dApps, okay, and they're used to going, oh, I'm earning 1% a day or 2% a day or 1.5% a day, it's going to be difficult for them to wrap their head around the other side of things, okay, where you're only earning 40% a year or 20% a year or 15% a year. And those things, they don't seem so exciting, but they're solid, right? It's so much easier to be able to provide 40% or 15% or 10% a year as opposed to 1% a day. So they're kind of more of a safer bet. It's like, I know, Brandon, you're talking about things like on PancakeSwap recently. I didn't watch the whole video, unfortunately. I haven't had time, but things like those little staking and farming on PancakeSwap, or
that has been such a solid play for me. I was just talking about that a little bit today while I was streaming the poker app. I dragged a window over there to show my results for PancakeSwap V3. I freaking love it. So first of all, like, the idea is you're bullish on a certain token. And for me, I love the Binance Smart Chain. It works great. The fees continue to be nice and low. In fact, they've gone down. The fees have gone down over the last year or two. Transactions are fast. The best protocols, some of the best protocols are all on BNB chain, in my opinion. And so I'm completely happy to hodl the BNB token. And so what's better is I can take my BNB and some USDT, throw that on PancakeSwap V3. And as long as I'm comfortable with my price range, I can dial it in pretty damn well. And so currently I have some liquidity that's being provided between $200 and $215. And as far as I'm concerned, so when you're providing liquidity in PancakeSwap V3, same thing in V2, but it's much more acute in PancakeSwap V3. You are taking the opposite side of every swap. So if a user comes up to PancakeSwap, connects their wallet, and they buy BNB, if I'm providing liquidity, I'm actually selling BNB to them, right? Me and all the other liquidity providers. So you have to wrap your mind around that, and you have to think, well, if the price goes up, from 210 to 215, and it goes beyond my range, my liquidity position is going to sell out. I'm going to sell all of the BNB in my position, and once it hits that top price, now I'm in 100% USDT. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I made a nice profit. I bought that BNB, in the low 200s, and if I sold it all the way up to 215, great. Now I'm in profit. On the other side, if it goes down, if the price goes down, swappers are selling the token. I'm a buyer, right?
Yeah.
As a liquidity provider, I'm taking the opposite side of every transaction. Okay, so the price goes down to 200. Am I comfortable holding BNB? Because that's what's going to happen. My liquidity position is going to sell out of USDT, and I'm going to hold 100% BNB at the bottom. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Hell yeah. I'll buy some more at $200 per BNB because I'm in this thing for the long haul. Yeah. So it's absolutely beautiful. And that entire time, like for weeks, at least 2 or 3 weeks, the price went nowhere. Yeah. It was just, 207, 211, 212, 206. It was just bouncing around between my upper and lower limits. Great. Beautiful. Thanks for the fees, guys. Now I continue holding all of my liquidity. I'm collecting fees. I'm earning some cake on the side. It's not life-changing APR, but it's pretty damn good. 65% APR. 65%? Are you kidding me? That's beautiful. If I had a couple $100,000, I would be right there in PancakeSwap.
Definitely.
V3. And I'm really looking forward to Black Cube Finance, because now I will have the benefit and the years of knowledge and experience of Forex Shark, one of the top crypto traders in the world. And he's created this algorithm that is now going to just take care of everything. It's completely hands off. I mean, talk about passive income. I just throw my capital in there. His algorithm manages the range for me, makes it nice and tight when there's not much volatility, maximizing the fees collected. Uh-oh, here comes some volatility. Boom. It opens up the range, still collecting fees, not having to do too much rebalancing. It's going to be amazing. And all of the trading fees that I'm earning get automatically compounded back into my liquidity position. So not just 65% APR. Now we're talking about 100, 110, 120% APY with the compounding. Can't beat it, man.
I haven't, I mean, to be honest, I didn't listen to the AMA yet in full. Okay. Man, I've been busy. So I haven't.
Well, it's only 3.5 hours, dude. Come on. You can knock that out.
Yeah. Well, we've done 6 before. So, but no, definitely I will look into it. Obviously I need to know about it. So Black Cube Finance, and I did put it onto the thumbnail today that I knew it would come up somewhere in the conversation. So, I knew it would.
Brandon, I still remain a huge fan of Forex Shark, and there's a lot of negative energy. There's a lot of hate out there directed towards Forex Shark. I just don't understand it, man, because I know the guy takes a long time. He takes a long time to get the stuff out there, but he delivers. Eventually, he gets the stuff out there, and it works great. It's beautiful, So I love him. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, he's done some great things, and he's still going to be doing some great things as well. And and again, now that I'm on the dev side of things, I understand timeframes, right? Matt, I'm sure you understand that too. When people are saying, "Oh, it's got to be out at this time," and blah blah blah, it's not like that, because you make adjustments here and there, and when you do make adjustments, it's all, if you're talking about the code, it's all about the ifs and elses, right? So if you do this, what else is going to happen? And when you try to implement that thing, it just opens up a whole can of worms for another whole section. And, you have to, I mean, you can come up with a plan and try to stick with that plan. But, as you're doing it as a dev or as someone with the, even if you're not coding, just someone with the ideas, it's whilst you're building it, man, let's explore adding this on. Or let's explore adding that on, or let's explore taking this off, because even taking things off will affect other things, and that's what happens when you're down that dev road. So, I understand it more. And yes, it takes time. FST is probably a little bit excessive, right?
That's, for the viewers at home, that is Forex standard time.
You want it to be safe, though. You want it to be safe.
Absolutely.
You want it to be stress tested, and that's what he does, and I understand that totally. So then when it is out, because a lot of people, they can't wait for things. They want now, when. But once it's out, they'll then reap those rewards and know, hey, this is why it took so long.
That's right.
But I mean, obviously, a lot of things take time,
Yeah. I mean, Drip Pot Luck, for example, we put a poll and people said, let's put it out now. We knew it wasn't 100% ready to put out, but we did it, right? We put it out there. It still doesn't look great, which we are working on. Okay.
Can fix that.
But like the first day we put it out there, we had bots trying to front run.
What?
Yeah. But they didn't. They weren't able to. Okay. Straight away. Yeah. You could see the people that were trying to play a game using a smart contract. Okay. And unfortunately for them, not for us, but for them, even when it failed, we still got the amount that they were trying to put in. Okay. Tough luck, man. You're trying to game the system, right? So, I mean, we saw that, and that's why we've already done 2 updates since. We did 2 updates to the code since, and just created new contracts to totally eliminate that. The first one, they came back and they were trying again, but we'd up the ante a little bit and made it a little bit harder for them. And this is why on the last one, we also adjusted the GUI, because what it was doing, it was trying to increase its GUI to get the transaction done faster. And it was using like 60 GUI.
What?
Jeez. It was trying to use 60 GUI to front run.
It's going to lose money.
Yeah, well, it was losing money, right? But it was putting in
I
this
don't
effort.
even get that. Like, how do
Yeah.
you front run drip potluck? Like, what? I don't even get it.
I know
How are you
it's,
gonna make money
weird.
that way?
It's weird, but then what
It's
it was
probably
trying
not
to
their
do,
money to start with. So yeah.
because what happens is that with drip pot luck, everything runs on one block, which saves you your gas fees. So from your registration to the actual game and to the play out is all in one block. Okay. If you have something that's front running, it can actually try to manipulate that process because it's on one block. So it can try to jump in and it can say, all right, I didn't win, but you know what? You're not going to win either. That's how that side of it works. So we were able to stop all of that. Yeah. But I mean, this is stuff that people don't know. They just think, oh, okay, I'm going to enter. When the last person enters, it just uses a random number generator and blah, blah, blah. Right. And that was a big thing with other members of the community was saying, oh, you really need to get onto Chainlink. So you eliminate that. Well, we don't need to get onto Chainlink. We've eliminated it. Oh, dude, like minimum entry at drip pot luck is 0.01 BNB. $2. Okay. If we use Chainlink, it was going to cost $2.50 just for gas fee.
So it costs more just
so
to put in than I don't like when that happens. It's not fun.
We technically would have had to like eliminate all those smaller games and just go up to at least like 0.5 or 0.05 or something just to make it worthwhile. But it's just not. And then the thing is that you've got to have some Chainlink yourself and to be able to use the system. It's just we didn't do any pre-sales. All of it is being funded by us, and there's no way I was going to do fund the Chainlink process just for that. It's just not worth it, so yeah, I understand, man, in regards to like putting things out ahead of time, just trying to please people, and then you have to make adjustments on the fly. It's just a nightmare. So yeah, if you
no hard dates, just no hard dates. If that was the issue, we should all know by now, if we've been in crypto long enough, that you could have everything ready to go. It's already ready to go. All you have to do is press start on the button at the day of launch. Something's going to happen, and then you're going to have to delay it. And then you delay. That's just how it goes. Like a soft opening on a regular brick and mortar business, it doesn't always go well. That's why they do a soft opening, so that if there's any problems, they can fix them and like, hey, we need a little bit better server training or whatever it may be. Nothing's perfect, and you got to take your time. I'd rather be safe than sorry. That's for sure. Because I have been many times. Yeah.
Well, look at Alak-Azul, man. I've been building Alak-Azul for 5 years. I haven't launched it yet. 5 years, man. Right. And we'll be launching soon. But yeah, that's 5 years of trying to look at, because the thing is with Alak-Azul, we're actually bringing in like, it's a token that's going to be supported by the physical product. Right. So you got to like bridging that gap is the difficult aspect of that, but also, the distribution of the physical product and all of that. It's like the cost is ridiculous, but I'm going to make it work.
Whole ecosystem.
Whole ecosystem. So, Matt, let's talk a little bit more about your Fusion Finance. Give us a little bit more of an insight. If you want to share your screen or anything like that, feel free. Let me know. We'll talk about that. And yeah,
if you want to bring up the main screen on yours, or
no, you can share your screen because I've got so many things running over here on my screens. If you want to,
let me get it. Bring the screen up. Technology.
Yeah, you can just share screen, and then I'll see it appear on my side here. Hopefully. Again, I'm just testing out
the porn windows first.
No, none of that on here. None of that on here.
No, that's on the other computer.
No.
Different machine.
There's no other computer.
Right.
All right. Here we go. I'll figure it out. Don't you worry.
Yep. Down on the bottom, it'll say share. And then once that goes, it'll come up on my side and I should be able to click it and share it. Should be. Fingers crossed.
Is that coming up? Is that up now or not?
It's saying yes. Okay. When you're ready, you want me to share it?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
There you are. So you're on.
Oh, have I shared the same screen?
You shared the wrong screen. I'll take it off again. You can add your other one.
One job.
You guys, I'm assuming all of you guys are running multiple screens, at least 2 screens.
Yeah, I got to
right?
choose the other screen. Yeah,
I am.
My wife is doing clinical rotations for med school, and she wants me to go to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with her on this interview or this rotation. And I'm like, I haven't seen her for 4 months, but I'm like, then I wouldn't be able to have 2 screens. I would literally just have my laptop. I don't think I can survive that.
Nah,
that's not a survivable situation. 1 screen is not going to cut it.
make sure you got
Actually,
a mouse.
Brandon, there is a little thing that you can get. It's a little foldable
Like a travel
thing,
screen.
and it puts 2 travel screens on either side of your laptop screen. Interesting.
Yep.
I'm gonna,
Danny, I've got that up now.
Yep, I'll put it up there. There you go.
Yes. So that's the main website. There's going to be a lot of graphical changes, if that's a word, visual changes to the site. But as you just said, get it out there and just keep improving every day. So that's the main site. You've got the launch the DAP and the white paper. Just goes through the main, let's say, launch pad, main page. Just briefly gives you an explanation of it all. So how the token it works. Then it's got NFTs. And then it's got some more utility for the XFUZION tokens. So that's a DAP where you can earn that 2% minimum deposit of $50.
Okay.
And it just goes a bit about the project itself, Q&A, myself, the dev. I've also got a graphic designer as well. So once you go in, you've got up the top there, you can trade, so you can swap. So you'll be able to swap across on Pulse Chain. So it's on Pulse Chain, just connect your wallet up, Web3, whatever you've got. So you can swap, and then the liquidity, which will be in the farms. So there'll be later on. So as Brendan was saying, you have that option to add liquidity. So that's safer option, so to speak. You're just adding liquidity. It's sitting there. You're making money on all the fees. So everyone getting in. And then the pre-sale itself, so you can see there 7 days, 12 hours, nearly just under 7 hours. 7 days, 13 hours. So you'll be able to come in here. You got your minimum and your maximum. So I think that was sitting at about $21 worth for minimum. So just set that minimum amount, and then the maximum, I think it's about 12,300 and something for the maximum. That's per wallet. I do realize, because we do it as well, you create another wallet, you do what you want to do, but that's per wallet. So that date there is actually the 29th of October at 11:21. That's EST, Eastern Standard Time. So it's a Sunday.
Okay.
For that launch. Hopefully it works, and when they press on it, it's going to work. I know I've set the hard date, but everything is ready. I believe it's either set on automatic or the dev's going to be in there ready to press that button. So it's all been audited. You got the audit there as well. It's been audited. It's got 3 contracts within. So
beautiful.
Yeah. So then once that's out, it'll be NFTs to get your referral awards to the DAP that earns 2% for that token that's already getting reflections.
Okay.
So reflections, if they work, and then 2%. So we know this space, there's no expectations.
Yeah. It's
get it out there, do the best possible thing with it, work with the community, have some great people on the team. And I'll be speaking to a lot of, we've got an AMA coming up with Moonshot Max, if you're aware of Moonshot Max. Go watch that. It's awesome. on the 28th, so the day before.
Okay.
And a lot of other people out there will do a video as well. Scott the Investor.
Yeah.
And what's it? CK Crypto Kings. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man.
So awesome. That's it. Go check it out.
Okay. Is another one of those.
Sorry, Brandon.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was saying earlier how base is like the Wild West of the Wild West, and I would say I would throw Pulse Chain into that category as well.
Yeah, it has got that name, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of appetite for, you know, sort of the new shiny objects, you know. So hopefully you'll do well.
Yeah, man. Best of luck
So-
with it. You know, we'll keep us updated all the time.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
feel free to drop in here anytime and let us know. Keep us updated.
definitely will. But with the DAP itself, that actually will have external revenue as well. Brendan, I know you like external revenue. So there is in the contract, we'll punch out to external revenue. It'll be a small percent, of course. So it's a lower risk, right? And that'll be making
Excuse me
money.
for a second.
That's it. So it should be really good.
Be right
Is
back.
it sort of a secret as far as the source of external revenue that pumps capital into the protocol, or is it a known thing?
Yeah. So with it, this is not my decision. I want to make it like the community's decision. So I can present. So as you got like the NFT, you've got governance voting. So I want to push it towards that. So I have like 3 different options. I know Forex Shark has done this. It's been very successful. Hey, here's the 3 different options, or here's 2 options we can do. And here's another one. What do you want to do? So one of them could be getting that rehypothecation on the Pulse X to the Ink token or whatever. I know another.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. It could be an Ethereum bot. I don't want to really go to the bot. I don't know. I'm just looking at
Like
bots,
a trading bot?
Yeah, like a trading bot. So there's that option, but I want it to be actually making profits, because if you got a downturn in the markets, a bot may not make a trade and then it won't make any money, right? But it all depends. So I just want to have those options out there. So the community can then make that choice, because it's going to be their project, right? It's not just my project, it's the community's project. And I'll have options. So for that external revenue, which is get the token out, then build the DAP, the NFTs, and then get that external, which all goes back to the same liquidity. So everything's pumping to that liquidity out to the investors, liquidity holders, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of planning. I know, as you were saying, Denny, we're going to have that big bit of paper out, and it's going to be circles everywhere just to refine, retune what we've already got. I've already put a lot of detail into the extra stuff, which is in the white paper.
Yeah.
But not changing things lower, but just changing things to make it better. So we'll see how that goes.
Great.
Sounds like a lot of work, man. A lot of time.
Yes.
So again, like I said at the beginning of the stream, hats off to you for holding down a full-time job and participating on Telegram and freaking building the protocol. So nice.
Thank you.
A lot of work.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I understand it's it's a challenge. It definitely is a challenge trying to build something. Like, fortunately for me, I don't have another job. I do my thing full time. So I'm blessed to be able to do that. But yeah, I can imagine what it would be like, working a job and then doing this on the, on top of that. So yeah, hats off to you. I'm going to do a quick shout out to a friend of mine, Big Lowe's, who's over in Vegas. He's, I'll put it up here, thefightfan.co. I said I'd give him a shout out. He goes around, being in Vegas, it's the fight capital of the world, obviously. And he goes and, just goes and chats with all the MMA fighters, and he goes to all the events and, even boxing and slap fights and all of that.
Nice.
So guys, you can see it scrolling up the top there, fightfan.co. He's also on Facebook and also on Instagram. So go and check him out. And I'm hopefully going to have him on my Man Cave shows as well to talk about that stuff. So it'll fit perfectly in with that. So the Fight Fan
sounds like he's living the dream. It sounds like he's living the dream there, just going to fights and watching fights and talking with fighters and whatnot. And
Absolutely.
then also sounds like the perfect content for your Man Cave stream.
Definitely Fight Fan. So really good friend of mine, and also Lucky's good friend as well. So just want to support him with what he's doing out there. So again, thefightfan.co. Find it on Facebook, on Instagram, and also on the on their webpage there. So I'm kind of a little bit jealous with the people that he's been talking to and hooking up with, man. It's freaking awesome. But he's there at pretty much every event that's in Vegas. So it's really good. And one more, I want to do shout out to the Drip Warriors, right? Drip Warriors who are working really awesome and doing awesome stuff in the back end, like helping to support Drip and the Drip community and coming up with different, different protocols and games and dApps and all these other things, other utilities for Drip, for all of us that are still in Drip. So big shout out to them. I said I would, and hopefully in the coming weeks, I think Milligan's going to try to jump on the stream next week as well. So he's he's doing some NFT stuff as far as I know. So he's going to try to jump on next week and talk about that. But there's also open invitation to anyone in the Drip Warriors, any of you guys. I'd love to have you on here and talk about what it is that you're doing and all the little individual projects. So that's awesome.
I think with respect to Drip, of course, the biggest change is Forex finally changed the faucet for us, which for years he said he would never change faucet, but here we are. And I think we finally, in the Drip community, we have a real light at the end of the tunnel. Now, it's still gonna take some time for the faucet to stop minting. Drip.
How many days left, Brandon? How many days left of the 100 days? Do you know?
Well, it won't take a full 100 days. For example, I have a very small faucet account, and I did the math actually on stream the other day. It only has like 75 days worth of claimable Drip, and then my claimed will equal to my max payout, and it'll be done in 75 days. And that account right there was one that I had only hydrated in. Is a very small deposit, much bigger max payout, even with the new rules. But what I was going to say is that we finally have a real shift and a real something to realistically look forward to, and a very real possibility that we could see some price appreciation for the Drip token. And it's all I think thanks to I believe the Drip Warriors were part of that. I know for a fact that Bartertown Ray was a part of it, because I've seen the chats in the Forex DAO, and he was the one. Initially, he was just pushing for the idea that we would increase the max deposit, or the min deposit. So for a long time, the min deposit was 10 Drip, and then it was dropped down to 1 Drip min deposit in the faucet, if you can imagine that. And I think it was later changed back to 10. But the original idea was, why don't we increase the min deposit to 50,000 Drip, and that will stop all of these players that are constantly creating new faucet accounts and airdropping from an old one to a new one, and just keeping the game going and going and going forever and ever and ever, without actually adding any fresh capital to the protocol. So that was the original concept. And apparently I actually missed that VC in the Forex DAO Telegram group, but it was that meeting with Forex and some other people in the DAO where Ray pushed that idea. And that it was because of that Forex finally took some time, thought through it. And he said this on the AMA the other day. He's really the logic guy. He's the idea guy. He's not necessarily, although I know he can code to an extent, he can write code. But for the most part, he comes up with the logic, the sort of top level block diagram of here's how everything's going to work. Here are the different contracts and the different interactions and the tokenomics and all of that. He comes up with all of that. So he finally had some time to sort of sit down, focus on this idea that Ray had brought. And that was when he finally, changed his mind after all these couple of years to say, okay, well, let's, what can we do about the inflation? What can we do about the supply of Drip tokens that's just running away and the price is just descending into the depths of hell? it was never going to stop going down. Without this change, it was never going to stop going down.
And
you know,
knew
it
that.
was going to be
Right
0.00001.
I remember right in the beginning, he did mention right in the beginning, like, you know, we're going to be sustainable, I think, for at least a year and a half without having to bring in other utility.
2 years.
And he did mention that. Right.
Really? And so like day one, you're talking about April 2021, that
in the beginning. Actually, I'm pretty sure he even said it on one of our streams. He said that. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, even in the early days, he did mention that. You know,
yeah, I mean, there was a recognition of the idea that you know, this might not be sustainable much longer than, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe at the outside.
Without
but yeah, now we have a totally different story. I mean, you can't have a more drastic, you know, reversal and change of scenery than going from highly inflationary to highly deflationary. It doesn't get much more drastic of a change than that. And so I'm just excited about it. I know a lot of people probably think I'm kind of nuts, but I think there's a really bright future. And you know, for a while there, I almost got the sense that Forex was practically ashamed of the drip network protocol, right? Because there was a period of time where he was like, you know, he didn't even want anybody to mention drip in the freaking Animal Farm Telegram. There was this real drive to just really separate the two protocols, and he wanted Animal Farm to be like the focus. And no, don't bring up, don't even mention anything about drip. And now there's been a shift. Now that drip is going to be deflationary, and it already has protocols that buy and burn drip, and there's more on the way. Now you're hearing Forex himself talk about, well, now I can build new utilities for drip. So it's in my mind, it's super bullish for the drip token.
I think so too.
I mean, we already have protocols in development right now. Drip Marble Run, drip, the real drip poker, not what I'm doing with the manual shifting around of tokens. Drip 21, maybe the Hacker NFT game, maybe Scratchies. Like, there's some real heavy hitters coming on the scene, buying drip, burning drip. And man, if we can get something new from Forex himself, something related to Black Cube Finance, you know, look out above.
Kitchen sink. Yeah, we'll go into that in a second. But I just want to people that an update on regards to Drip Potluck. Obviously, initially Drip Potluck, 15% coming off, 10% was going to buy drip and then put it into the vault, which obviously cannot happen now. 1.5 is going to reservoir, 1.5% was going to burn, and then 2% obviously for maintenance, dev and maintenance, which is not a lot at all. So, you know, we sat with it for 35 days before we did anything with it. Like we did some initially, but the last lot we sat with for about 35 days because we were waiting to see first when the switch was going to be flicked, and then what actually the outcome of that was before we made our moves. But we've always had the view of burn. And you guys know this. We talked about burn, and people were saying, oh, you shouldn't burn. You should be doing this and should be doing that. And we stuck to our guns and said, no, we're going to burn. So we made the decision this week. And so we ended up doing 11.5% burn. 1.5 still going to reservoir, but it's 11.5% going to burn now. Drip Potluck, obviously not a lot of people playing at the moment, but you know, we'll be working on that. We'll be doing some improvements on that, and then be working on marketing as well.
So drip tokens sent to the null address.
Yes.
Burn.
Nice. Absolutely. Burn.
I just found out myself recently that kitchen sink is burning drip. Null address time.
Yes. Beautiful. Now, in regards to kitchen sink, I haven't looked into it in great detail. Okay.
1.5%. Yep.
Yeah. So 1.5% is your return. Drip in, B&B out. Is it? Or
no, drip in, drip out.
Sorry, drip in, drip out. That's right.
Drip out.
It's just one of those things, man. I think it's, again, just my opinion. I just think it's going to be one of those things that it's just going to pay until it doesn't. Right. I mean, that 1.5% has got to come from somewhere. So, you know,
It's another musical chairs. It's straight up another musical chairs protocol. Some people will make more drip tokens out than they put in. Some people will make less.
Yeah.
Do the math. That's it.
Yeah. Drip OGs made Pulse Drip, and now they're supporting on the Binance Smart Chain. So I think it's just reaching out going, hey, we're still believers of drip on the Binance Smart Chain. We're going to help out. There's no dev fees with it. You get 1.5% because now there's no ROI DApp, the official one for drip. It's a little market window open. You can make that 1.5% again. So, and then burn, take away that, make it more deflationary. So
I see. I mean, the benefit of the burn and making it more deflationary and then increasing the value of that. But there's only going to be so much drip token that's going to be available. It can't print anymore, right? It can't mint anymore. So eventually, that's going to run out, right? Sure, it's going to be a bigger value, but if people are looking at drip in and drip out, that drip to go out has got to come from somewhere other than just those taxes, right? And to pay out 1.5% compounding, eventually is going to run out of drip to be able to pay out.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right. The kitchen sink contract cannot mint more drip to pay rewards. So to the extent somebody gets more drip out of that protocol than what they put in, if anybody does, you know, I'm sure some early adopters, some initial players, maybe more than a few, will actually get more drip tokens out of the protocol than whatever they put in to begin with. Like, that'll happen. But to the extent that does happen, it necessarily means that other people won't get, they won't even ROI. They won't get the same number of tokens out that they put in. They will get less out than they put in. It has to be that way. That's just math. That's just like simple arithmetic, you know, especially considering the fact that the protocol itself, some of the drip that people put into it is burned. So that makes it not a zero-sum game. That makes it a negative-sum game. Collectively, the entire community will be losing drip. And that's fine if people want to just play that game and burn some drip as a result of playing the game. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there was a period of time in the community where people were literally buying drip and just sending it to the tax vault for no financial benefit to themselves. They just wanted to donate money to the drip token, right? So we have a very strong community and a community where a lot of people are just crazy about drip, and they're willing to just give away money to support the token and the protocol.
Yeah, well, we've given away a lot over the years, haven't we?
Yeah, man, I tell you, I was doing my tax records for 2022, and I was looking at, oh my gosh, I was looking at some of those airdrops, dude. I was airdropping. I mean, even if it was just 1 or 2 drip, I was sending out like 40 or 50 airdrops, and you start doing the math, and each oh my god, thousands of dollars I gave away, and now I'm like, oh, honey, you got to stay at a $70 motel, not $110 hotel when you drive from freaking Miami to Bat. You know, I'm scraping pennies, and I'm thinking, oh, why didn't I set some of that cash aside? Dang it!
Yeah,
but
that's it.
We didn't know what was going to happen to the price.
Absolutely. You know, being there myself, man. You know, living a pretty good life. I mean, look at all of this around me. Thank you, drip. You know. But I think in regards to kitchen sink, and you know, I'm not knocking it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great because it's something that's being created and it's helping the community and stuff like that. But I think, you know, coming back a little bit to education and giving people some information about it. For people that are in drip already and people that understand drip and understand what's happening with like the deflationary side, I think it's perfect for that because people know what they're actually doing. They know the benefit that they're going to get by doing this and burning and increasing the value of drip by reducing the circulating supply. Okay. I think that's great. But if a new person has come in or someone that doesn't know anything about what's happened with drip or the history of drip or where it's going, for a new person to come in and try to get that's their first step into it, like getting into kitchen sink, I think it's a bad move.
Mm.
Right? They're not aware of what's going on.
If it results in some people being upset and losing money and being really disgruntled about that, then yeah, it does kind of give Drip a bad name. But look, I mean, thanks to this recent change to Faucet, the strategy couldn't be simpler now. I mean, it's a deflationary token, or it will be very soon. I think it's going to start. I think early to mid December is when we will stop seeing the minting. The minting will stop. And from that point forward, the tax vault will begin to grow, the balance will grow, and it won't be depleted anymore. It'll only grow from there. But the strategy is super simple. If this is a token now where you buy it and you hodl it, right?
Yep.
And hopefully number goes up. And it doesn't just because it's deflationary doesn't mean that the number will go up. But it is a recipe, as I like to say, it is a recipe for price appreciation. If you have some kind of demand for the token and you have a constantly shrinking supply of the token, supply and demand would dictate that the price will go up. Doesn't mean it will for sure, but it's a good recipe for that. So yeah, just buy the token and hold on to it. Not financial advice, of course.
Yep.
And there's a lot of, there's a big community around it, and there's one of the top devs with the most integrity and the most honesty of pretty much of any dev out there. Present company, nodding, nothing against present company. You guys are honest and have tons of integrity as well, obviously. But you got Forex Shark that is now starting to whisper about possibly developing, some kind of new protocol or integrating Drip into this massive juggernaut protocol that we have coming with Black Cube Finance. It's the future is bright for Drip. I just wish it would come yesterday because I could use the money, man.
Yeah.
I need money.
Futures lending sounds pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've
Options
had
contracts, futures contracts, lending. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
It's DeFi is growing
I've
up.
had lots of things. Sorry, Brandon, go.
I was just saying DeFi is growing up. This is what I like to see.
Absolutely.
Real financial services on the blockchain. Beautiful.
Yep, for sure. I in recent times I've had so many things coming across my desk, like in my inboxes and stuff like that, different opportunities, etc. And there's a few that I'm looking at. I'm not going to talk about them just today, but there's a few I've been looking at. And again, like as a disclaimer, not financial advice when I do talk about them. And obviously, like I've had both of you guys on here now talking about the different projects that you're doing. Alak-Azul Show, as anyone out there that's watching and has watched my shows before, they know. And for any of the newbies, I'm just letting you know, Alak-Azul Show, yes, it initially started with Brandon and I doing a drip streams and that kind of thing, but it's never really been exclusive Drip. Okay, it's a platform when you can come and talk about other things, other platforms, other protocols and other projects. And I've pretty much left it for inviting people on to talk about their projects. Okay, rarely do I talk about what I'm involved in as much. I'm not here to shill anything, but again, with diversifying into other content, I'm actually going to start talking about some of the things that I'm actually involved in. Again, not financial advice. It's pretty much, hey guys, I'm in this. Up to you. You get into it or you don't. It's entirely up to you. But it may present an opportunity that you may make some money along the way. So I'll slowly over the coming weeks start introducing a few things that have come across my desk, and obviously I've been busy working on my own stuff, so it's difficult for me to really put a lot of effort and thought into these other things that are popping across my desk. But I am making a point of it now to look further into these things. Fusion Finance, definitely going to look into that one. Okay. And yeah, I'll talk about more projects outside of Drip. Again, not forgetting Drip, but it's all about diversity at the moment, diversifying into other things and making money from this and making money from that. And generally though, I don't get into G-Gen plays personally. I don't, even with things that were built like with, I generally don't. I mean, even with Animal Farm, you know, when Animal Farm launched and stuff like that, and people were saying, "Oh, Danny, you should be in it," and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I see, you know, the benefits, etc. But I'm not one to just go and jump in. You know, like for me, if something's going to be solid, it's going to be solid 6 months from now.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to FOMO in. I'm, you know, I'll watch and see where it goes. I mean, like, for example, Animal Farm.
Well, that policy served you well in the case of Animal Farm because it launched in January, and by early March it was paused. It was down.
Exactly. So, and that's the thing. and I try to maintain that. I mean, again, the only thing I ever really got in on day one
told
was
you suckers. Told you 6 months, man. 6 months.
Yeah.
I made money on Animal Farm.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I got the pigs at $30. I think I sold them at 100 and something. So I was like, yeah,
beautiful. You know, but the thing is that you're educated enough to do that, right? You're educated enough to do that. But for someone that's fresh, which we've had so many fresh people coming in the past couple of years, who today still don't know, like, oh, but when I claim my drip, where does that go? And I still get that, right? They seem to think that it still sits there. They don't know it's gone into their MetaMask or Rabby or whatever, and then they have to go and swap it for BNB. A lot of people still don't know that. Okay, and which is like pretty crazy. But you know, you're educated enough to have made money on Animal Farm. A lot of people were just jumping into it, not knowing. I mean, it's pretty complex, right? When you first hear about Animal Farm and this and that and this and that, it's like, holy shit, I'm going to spend all my day doing this thing.
Especially with the dogs, the 90% tax on the dogs. That's someone coming in doesn't know what it's all about. 90%. What do you mean I've got to wait that many days? Yes.
Yeah. That's right. So
confusing.
You know, it's for a newbie, it's very difficult to wrap your head around that kind of thing. So, you know, if you don't understand that, chances are you will lose money. Right. I mean, I always say, oh, you don't lose money until you sell it.
I lost money on Animal Farm only because I didn't sell. Like I first of all, I was making a lot of money in drip, and I was diverting a lot of that profit from drip and right into Animal Farm. So as a consequence of that tactic, I ended up sinking a lot of money into Animal Farm, into the tokens, and then the value just went down and down and down and down. Of course, there was passive income along the way. There was BUSD and extra pigs tokens that I was earning along the way, which softened the blow. But yeah, I mean, even I teach crypto and DeFi online. I'm a famous YouTuber, but I'm still in the red on that position to a big extent. And to talk about the complexity, like, so there's one school of thought that I subscribe to, which is if you want to earn more, you have to learn more. So I think there's a tremendous amount of value in taking the time and expending the energy necessary to learn as much as you can about Web3 and DeFi and all these protocols and just exactly how all of this stuff works. There's a lot of value in that, is because the world is moving to Web3. It's coming.
Everybody needs to.
Transition is happening. You know, so it's going to pay dividends if you're one of the early adopters and you learn. You know, whether it's through the school of hard knocks or just watching hours and hours of YouTube or whatever. Tune in for my streams. You can learn. Right?
Man.
Shameless self promotion there, but. You know, it's really worthwhile to spend the time and energy to learn how all this Web3 stuff works, and you will eventually benefit. I know times are tough right now in most of these protocols and within these communities, but I really do think it's coming. So yeah, you know, it's complex, and I think, you know, Black Cube Finance isn't going to be a whole lot simpler. But again, it's another opportunity where if you really take the time to study it and figure out why does this protocol make money? Like, how does it work? Like, you remember, Danny, when we used to talk about drip, one of the biggest questions you would get from an outsider was, well, what's the source of revenue? What's the magic source of money that everybody's making in this token?
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, well, it's user adoption. You know, you buy the token and then more people after you buy the token as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. That can actually work. You know, that's what caused Bitcoin to go from a cent to $69,000 a coin, was user adoption and fresh capital coming in. So it absolutely can work. But in the case of ArcFi is one, and Black Cube Finance is another. These are like more like actual brick and mortar businesses than these magic money machine musical chairs protocols. It's a real business, and it's a business that is going to grow tremendously over the next decade. Like DeFi is here to stay, and DeFi is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's going to replace and render obsolete so many traditional financial systems. So, you know,
and that's why, again, everyone needs to educate themselves. Everybody, because it's not going away. It is the way of the future, and it's, you know, to a certain degree, it's also the present. And I mean, I mentioned this on the last streams as well that I've done. For example, if you're working a job and all of a sudden your employer comes to you and says, in a month from now, you're actually going to be paid in crypto, right? And you see it, like even in Australia, it's becoming a cashless society, right? It's becoming cashless, yeah? There's 30% of banks or 35% of bank branches have closed down. Exactly. Right. So it you know, you've got to educate yourself. So if your employer was to come to you and say, hey, in a month's time, we're going to be paying you in crypto, we're no longer going to be paying you in cash or to your bank or whatever. Now, are you just going to sit there and go, oh, okay? Or are you actually going to take the time and effort to educate yourself in the pros and cons of receiving crypto? Of course you are. You're not just going to sit there and it's the same thing as getting into any of these dApps, right?
As long as it's a stable coin, you'll be good.
Absolutely, right?
No permanent loss straight away. Oh, you get paid this, but now it's just dipped $200. Oh, right.
Yep. But see, you know this. Brandon knows this. I know this. A lot of people outside, they go, oh, crypto is a scam. And they try to generalize crypto as one whole thing, right? So they really have to educate themselves, man. And you know, that's Brandon's mission, actually my mission as well with Blocks Media, and, you know, trying to educate people and bringing crypto back to the streets and letting people know like the benefits of using crypto, you know, and not just about getting into ROI dApps or, you know, using it in a trading mentality, but just the real life use case for crypto.
Decentralized.
Like the cards, ARC cards and things like that, right? So, you know, I think Brandon's frozen now. No, he's there. Okay. But yeah, you know, people need to educate themselves because that's the way everything's going. It's like internet. People, when internet first came in, woohoo! You know, people were like, oh geez, internet, I don't want to get involved in it. But now you can't live without it, pretty much.
No.
You know, it's the same as crypto. So there you go. Hey, just a quick question here. I don't know. I'm not in EMP. Any of you guys get into EMP?
Yeah, I got into it for a little bit. Just the pairing system. I thought it was all right. It's one of those ones where you had to make. You could probably elaborate more, Brendan. Yeah. You just had to go in and make an action within a certain time frame, or you just wouldn't make any money. So there's a lot of things like that out now. But now they've moved across the Pulse chain. So I was
in EMP money myself for a short period of time. I ended up, you know, the main token there is a
what are your eShares?
Algorithmic stable coin, or not stable coin, but it's supposed to be pegged to the Ethereum token, the Ether token, and I got to a point. This was maybe 6 months ago, maybe not that long, but anyway, I got to a point where I felt pretty confident that, you know, all of crypto was about to get pretty rough. And so I figured, you know, the price of Ethereum will probably go down. And if ETH goes down, this token, you know, this BSC chain token that is supposed to be pegged to ETH, man, that'll probably go down even harder. Right. So I was involved for a little while, and absolutely nothing but positive thoughts for AJ. I know as a founder and as a developer, he is definitely top notch, definitely has integrity, definitely honest, definitely works hard for his community. So AJ is, sorry, I got something in my eye. AJ is one of those solid players in DeFi. But I just got to the point where I'm like, yeah, I don't think this token is going to do too well. So I bailed on it.
Okay. I didn't get in. Yeah. You know me, man. I'm more focused on doing my own thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I make money on other things, but yeah, again, at least for the past year, I've just been so focused on pushing out my own stuff, and I haven't pushed out a lot of it yet, but dotting the I's and crossing the T's on everything before I put it out there. So expect within the next few months, you'll see a lot of my stuff coming out. So, but yeah, so there's EMP. So, guys, we've been going for an hour and 41 minutes, but it's been fun.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. You guys are both you're both on the other side of the planet. So it's like midday, you're chilling. I hear it's 11:15 in the evening, and I've been going all day. So I think I'm going to bow out here pretty soon, but it's been lovely chatting with you three fine gentlemen.
Yeah, Zach, I don't know if he's still out there, Zach. Can't see you anymore.
He blacked out there. Maybe he's like me. He's like,
he's always doing stuff in the background there. I don't know. He's probably preparing for
man cave. I don't know why my camera's not working, but this is there we go. My hat fell over.
Oh, there you go.
There he is. There we go.
Finishing the ceiling, storage up there. There's the man cave. There's also the wife's garage. So it's got to get done before winter hits, and it's coming soon.
Man cave / wife's garage.
Well, I mean, her vehicle will be right here. So like, hey, yeah, I'm just here on camera, guys. But
it's parked sideways.
I got a couple feet here, so it's been a work in progress to get this garage built, set up, and part of it is doing crypto. And I got to do crypto while I work. So wherever I go, I take my little mobile station with me. Basically, it's a little cart or whatever, or my phone. I mean, you remember me doing Christmas lights out in the house.
I was just going to say, I will forever have the image of you outside in the snow, goggles on, and you're like freaking running Christmas lights or something in the middle of doing a live stream. I will never forget that. I still have that.
And he had the goggles on. Goggles on, lifted them up, and then there's another set of goggles underneath.
Yes, right.
Send the link. Let's go.
Goggles on goggles.
Send the link. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you guys are really good at what you do. I guess I'm not so good at crypto, but I am good at building stuff and working around the house. I love doing that because I like to communicate. That's my networking is VCs and being on shows and being on YouTubes. That's how I learn. If I didn't have you guys here sitting here while I'm working, I wouldn't have. I took a lot from this, and that's education for me. So everybody learns a little bit different. But when I go and watch you guys' videos, because you know what, I can go back and review it, and I love to be able to do that. So
there you go.
And I can see the tears coming from Danny's eyes and Brandon, and pretty soon yours too, Matt, because that's what makes me happy. Is that I can see that I've got something to the space, even if it's self-deprecating.
Alak-Azul for that one, and this new program that I'm doing has here we go. It's got built-in reactions now. So. Hey Zach, what hat are you wearing? What hat are you wearing? Come on. Alak-Azul, look at that. He's wearing the Alak-Azul hat. Freaking awesome. Thank you, brother. Guys, I'm just going to let anyone know. Anyone that's in the US and they want some hats, Zach's got a lot of them.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of them. And so if you want one of the Alak-Azul hats, reach out to Zach, get him on Telegram or whatever. And yeah, you can get them from him. Where you're in Minnesota?
Nice.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
North Dakota. South Dakota.
Minnesota.
South.
I'm from Minnesota.
Where are you? Where I don't know, man.
And you're in the planet, right?
Yeah.
Right over there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's
Down the road.
yeah, there's Todd. He's there. G'day, Todd. I'm just gonna put this up here. Gaz is in Australia, but 11:20 a.m.,
Gaz.
12 a.m. over there as well. Brother, you're in WA. Because you're the same time as me. I'm guessing. I just doxed Gaz. But yeah, I'm pretty sure WA is the same. Yeah, same as over here. So there you go. Gentlemen, as always, it's freaking fun. Now, did this new platform work for you,
Yeah,
Brandon?
it's awesome.
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I quite like it.
I experienced a lag, but it could just as easily be my internet service provider. Although I am on Starlink, it's been working pretty well for my streams for the most part, unless it's like really stormy and cloudy and thunder and whatnot outside. Then I have some difficulties. But yeah, other than that, it's been great.
But
It's
no,
just been a
but
little
I
bit
noticed on
laggy.
your streams is a little bit, even on your streams, bro. I've noticed it's a little bit choppy from time to time.
Yeah, I don't. It's probably my ISP. It's just not. I don't think the upload speeds are quite there with Starlink. It should be okay, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be really great high definition or anything like that. But
that's all good. That's all good. Matt, what are
all
you
right,
drinking?
guys?
Are you drinking beer or you drinking?
I know.
It's
I
some
look
sort of
haggard.
beer.
You guys don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay.
Sweet.
I had one of these guys.
I don't know what this is. It was left in the fridge
Yeah,
from a birthday party.
99
Somewhere.
apples. Zach with his 99 apples, man.
It's good for you. It's good for you.
Like I have a rack of them. Like, what is that tower back there, Danny? Maybe we should talk about that, Danny. I don't have any, Danny.
It's getting low, isn't it? It's getting low.
Oh man,
don't worry. It's got like this magical refill thing comes up from the bottom there. And
oh my god, Emu export, Gaz, no way, man. I just can't do that. Anyway, hey Brandon, if you need to drop off, brother, I'll probably be here for another 5 minutes, and then Matt, you can stay on there, or Zach can stay on there. Brandon, if you got to go, brother, thank you again so much. You know, I totally appreciate you coming onto the stream. I know you're busy.
My pleasure. You know me. I love to talk crypto and DeFi. I could do it 8 hours a day and still enjoy myself. So yeah, thanks for having me on. And t.me/drip poker. We're probably going to have another tournament here in about 8 hours. No, about 8 plus 12, about 20 hours from now. So maybe about 7 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have another tournament. 500 drip buys you into the tournament. So it's pretty cheap, $10. It's a good time. The tournament lasts about maybe today's tournament lasted a little bit more than 2 hours, which it kind of went pretty long. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a good way to spend a little bit of your drip, maybe win some drip and burn some drip to the taxes and just hang out and have some fun and play some poker.
Awesome.
So,
how many rebuys can I have?
Unlimited, man. You just send your drip to the vault in advance,
I'll be the same.
500 drip per rebuy. Mm-hmm.
Brandon, I'm gonna reach out to you later in the week because there's another project I want to talk with you about. So I'll reach out to you and just give you a little bit of an idea and see what you think. I want to get your thoughts on it too. It's not my own project. Yeah, Alak-Azul, let me do another one for you, man.
Why? Hold on here.
It's another excuse.
He's running.
Alak-Azul.
He's got a fridge in the garage.
There you go.
Alak-Azul.
Beautiful.
Later, guys.
All right, Brandon. Thank you so much, man.
Good day.
See you,
Later,
Brandon.
brother.
Thanks.
Bye, Brandon.
Okay. So yeah, Matt, I know you got your own YouTube channel as well, right?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes upload a video. Sometimes.
Okay, I'll share that on the next one. Right, I'll share that on the next time you're over. We'll do that.
I do a bit of random plays here and there, and then I've got my own project. But yeah.
Okay. Cool. Actually, what is your YouTube? Let me put that into my little thing over here.
It's just same epic DeFi nomads.
Okay. I'll do that. Add new. Is
It was Drip Nomads, but then changed and just evolved.
Epic DeFi Nomads as just one word.
So that was like it could cover more projects than just Drip.
Okay.
Just being respectful to the name of Drip.
Hang on. Epic DeFi Nomads.
Yeah, Epic
but
DeFi.
It's separate words.
Epic DeFi, one word, and then Nomads.
And then Nomads. Okay, hang on. Edit. Let me edit that. Epic DeFi Nomads update. There you go, guys. Search that on YouTube. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that over here, and I'll share the proper link. Hang on.
Or is that only for the watchers and listeners?
For the comments, yeah.
Epic DeFi Nomads.
Is it behind the computer, or where did you put it?
Check it here.
There you go. It's up the top.
Yeah.
On the top. Inside the computer. It's inside the computer.
Copy. And I'll put this down here. Edit. And
I don't see it. It's not up there.
There you go.
Zach, what do you do?
Oh, there it is. Gotcha.
Go over to that channel and get over to Matt's channel and please like and subscribe and go through and watch all the videos and comment away and do all of that to help get that one up there more, get more notice.
Promote the
Matt,
algos.
Algorithm.
And Zach, get prepared, man. In November, we're going to start doing the Man Cave show. Okay, we're going to do the Man Cave show, and I want you on there. We're going to talk about tools. We're going to talk about snowmobiles and cars and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be absolutely awesome. Man, you had, I don't know how many snowmobiles you had.
We had a few.
Yeah, and then you can go out there and shoot your AR-15 or whatever it is that you had, and we'll do it on stream. And
that was fun. We also did the igloo. And then we did the ice luge. I had a 65-foot ice luge. That's being upgraded as we speak. The play set has become the new launch point, so I'm really excited for that.
Freaking awesome.
Red Green. If anybody knows who Red Green is, well, if they don't find you handsome, at least they'll find you handy. That's all, folks. We'll see you at the Moose Lodge. It's Red Green. You should know who he is. He's an amazing guy.
Oh, there you go. All right, gentlemen and ladies out there in the stream. We've been going for an hour and 53 minutes. I think we're pretty much done for today. Leave more for later on. Hey, just a quick one. UFC was at 2 a.m. at my time today. I missed it, but I saw the results. It's I don't know if anyone out there watches the UFC, but I watch it as much as I can. Usually it actually clashes with my streaming times, but I do get to watch it most of the times, at least the last couple of fights. But Volkanovski, unfortunately, he lost. But I don't know. I haven't really. I watched a little bit of the replay, but I will do that after the stream. And yeah, man. That's another thing to discuss on the Man Cave. Yeah, hey, Matt, if you have time,
I'm in my Man Cave.
Did you guys watch that one guy?
Love that.
He was good.
Matt, I don't know if you watch the videos where I shared the fight of my son in Brisbane. He was in Brisbane. I actually fought on the Gold Coast. In Southport there. He did his MMA fight. 15 seconds, man. Round one.
To work in Southport. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Actually, I did too. I lived on the Goldie for a while, actually for about 2 years. I was living in Runaway Bay and then in Benoa, and also had I was living in Mermaid Beach, just one street away from the beach, and we'd
same.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
Beach, man.
Rabina. Yep.
Oh, dude, I haven't seen Rabina. When I was there, Rabina was like just being developed, right? It was just being developed.
We're docs now. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. But I remember when I had my office, because I used to be with a company called Mega Upgrades, and we used to sell like the memory modules for computers. This is going back like in the 90s.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Shows my age.
Oh, you guys are
But
dinosaurs.
and we were selling like, dude, a 16 megabyte memory module, right? At that time, where they had like the earthquakes in Japan and it damaged all the factories that were creating the silicon chips, you know. At that time, on the whole Pacific Rim, there was only one 16 meg memory module available on the whole Pacific Rim.
Wow.
And we were selling that for 1,900 Australian bucks. Just 16 megs. What the fuck could you do with 16 megs today? Absolutely nothing.
Sneeze. You sneeze and lose it.
One song.
Oh, there went. Oh, well, there's no 1900.
Oh, man. So, okay, let's get Volk on the next show. Yeah, sure. Why not, bro?
Fight him in the man cave.
Yeah, man. Get him on the Man Cave show. Well, we'll get Lamont on it. We'll get Lamont on the Man Cave show. We'll get the Fight Fan on there. We'll get a few people, man. You know, there's a lot of people out there that
The KO King, Lamont Stafford, baby.
Lamont KO King Stafford. We'll get him on there. So yeah, man. Lots of good stuff to look forward to. Within the next couple of weeks, Matt, I'm actually going to reach out to you as well in DMs and talk to you about this other project I've been looking at that you may have some interest in as well. You may have some interest in.
Sounds good.
So that'll be really cool. Zach, you already know. And but there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, again, out in the stream, we've been doing 1 hour, 57 minutes. I'm going to do one last Alak-Azul, and I think we're going to call it. But
I'm gonna fall on my face if I do.
Matt and Zach, you can stay on there for a second after I end the stream. But everyone else out there, Alak-Azul.
Alak-Azul.
Yay! I've had a lot of fun, guys. Matt, again, thank you. Thank you for reaching out. I'm glad you did. And thank you for joining us on the stream. You're a cool dude, man.
Thanks, man.
You're a cool dude. If,
Zach.
When I'm over in Australia, I'll pop in to say good day. Or you can pop over here and say good day.
I'll flog you on the pool table. Easy.
I'm going to do a big shout out to Gaz, because Gaz is a fucking cool guy.
Yeah, Gaz,
big shout out to you, brother.
Gaz.
Okay.
Todd and Dougie, baby.
Hey, and man, Gaz, I still want to have you on a Zoom call with me sometime, man. Let's have a couple of drinks on Zoom. Matt, I used to do it all the time, every Friday, because Foley, I don't know if you know Foley Baker, but we created Drip Australasia Group a long time ago. And so we got all the Aussie guys and the Kiwis and stuff in there. And we used to do like a regular Friday Arvo drink session on Zoom. I'd set up Zoom and it used to be a lot of fun. And Gaz has been saying for so many years now that he's going to join us, and never freaking does. So
come on, Gaz.
Yeah, man, Gaz, you got to do it.
One of these, huh? How about this and a little bit of this?
Yeah, I mean, look, even Zach used to join us on those calls, and he's not even in Australia, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What time is it? I start drinking at 4 in the morning with these guys. It's fun.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're out. It's 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 23 seconds. So thank you very much. I'm going to play my outro. But Matt, stay there. Zach, stay there. I'm going to play the outro, and we're done. Over and out.